ही सूता प्राण निकाले, प्राण लोकाई खोतरिया खोतरिया, वो प्राण लोकाई खोतरिया खोतरिया रे, कोई ना ले जाए धन बांध के घटरिया, कोई ना ले जाए धन बांध के घटरिया, कोई ना ले जाए धन बांध के घटरिया। चार प्रहर मिली काट उठावे, चार प्रहर मिली काट उठावे, फूक दिया जैसे बन के लकड़िया, फूक दिया जैसे बन के लकड़िया रे, कोई नाल जय धन बांध के घटरिया, कोई नाले जय धन बांध के घटरिया, कोई नाले जय धन। कहत कबीर सुनो भाई साधु, कहत कबीर, कहत कबीर सुनो भाई साधु, छूट गए सब महल उतरिया, छूट जाए सब महल उतरिया, कोई नाले जइहे धन बांध के घटरिया, कोई नाले जइहे धन बांध के घटरिया, अरे कोई नाले जइहे धन बांध के।
राम नाम सत्य है, सबका यही गत है. May we all stand, my dear friends. So this morning we have all gathered to pay our final tribute, farewell to one who was with us, stayed with us for long numbers of years, part of our life, part of our association, family, friend she was. Of course, and it's only fitting that we give her the best farewell and ask of the Divine Father to take care of her in the next dimension. We all know her as Joy. I myself know her as Joy all the time. And she was really joyous in a real sense, always smiling, I must say. But her name, of course, her Hindi name is Hamdaye, so you probably might hear me referring to with Hamdaye Singh, which is the same person I'm speaking about. So we bow our heads in prayer to that feet of Bhagavan Vishnu. He's called Mokshaprada. Mokshaprada means he brings liberation, freedom of that soul from all entrapments. And we ask of him to keep her at his side. Hari Om Shantakaram Bhojagashayinam Padmanabham Suresham Vishwadharam Gagane Sadrisham Meghavarnam Shubhangam Lakshmi Kantam Kamalanainam Yogi Virdhyanagamyam Vande Vishnum Bhava Bhayaharam Sarvalokai Kanatham. Om Vishnave Namaha. Om Vishnave Namaha. Om Vishnave Namaha. Ram Naam Satya hai, sabka yehi gata hai. Place the flowers at her feet on top of the coffin there. So hand them the leaf, yes. So give it to the one in front. So you touch your brother's hand, your son. All touch hands together. Put your left hand on your right hand. And you three say after me. So the rest of you can sit. Thank you. So I want to hear your voices, no? Say Om Vishnu 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 Adhya Sri Brahmane Dvitiye Parardhe Sri Shwet Varaha Kalpi Vaivashvat Manvantare Ashtavin Shatitame Kalyuge Kali Pratham Charane Trinidad Deshe Arima Grame Adyavart Antargata Brahmavait Kadeshe Punya Chetre Baudha Vatare Vartaman Yathanam Sammatsare Uttra Aine Magha Mase Shukla Pakshe Ekadashi Tidhau Shukra Vasare Mriksara Nakshatri Vaidriti Yog Vanij Karane Makad Rasi Stithe Surya Mithun Rasi Stithe Shashanke Shesheshu Graheshu Yatha Yatha Rasi Sthanisteshu. Now you take your names, gentlemen. Now say Yajmanasya. Say Yajmanasya. Kashyap Gotrasya. Hamdaye Pretasya. Anteshti Karma Aham Karishye. Om Krishna Arpan. Touch it there forward. Place it at the feet. Right there again. So take some water from this lota and sprinkle on the box for me. Touch your brother's hand as he did that. Om Adhya Kashyap Gotrasya Hamdaye Pretasya Vritasthane Shabnam Nimit Snanam Maya Diyate Tavo Pratishtatam. Very well. Now take some chandan. Use this finger and pull it downwards and like you put it on the forehead. Yeah. Did I give them the ring away? The rings, I give them the ring? Just 1 second. Just put on the ring there for you. Put it on your first finger, that forefinger there, right. And put it on the next right hand on the middle finger. Second to last. Yes. So that finger, son, you'll use the chandan too, right? Yeah, good. Give the other boys a ring there, Bikash. Huh? Next one, last second to last. Yes. Okay, go ahead. Yes. You put it ready? Yeah. Right. Put like you put it by the edge and so. Yeah? Yeah? Good. Nice. So, rest the diya, anybody. Take the essence now, son, and spray the entire coffin from head to toe. Gandham maya diyate tavo pratishtatam. Gandham maya diyate. Hamdaye pretasya mitasthane shabnam nimit. Beautiful. So, rest it on top there. Now we have the mala. Pushpamal maya diyate tavo pratishtatam. Just kind of drip it around the glass. So, not on top of the glass. Bring it back to, yeah, just drip it around the glass. Thank you. Adhya Kashyap Gotrasya Hamdaye Pretasya Mitasthane Shabnam Nimit Pushpamal Maya Diyate Tavo Pratishtatam. Right. So son, make a little arati now. Touch his hands. Do that we do in the end for the entire coffin, you know. So swing, yes. 3 times. Yamdware Mahaghore Andhena Tamasadvite Tattalukamar Arthaya Deepoyam Upatishtatam. Okay, son. Now begin to walk around now. And as you walk around, wave it over the coffin. Om Adhya Kashyap Gotrasya Hamdaye Pretasya Mitasthane Shabnam Nimit Deepam Maya Diyate Tavo Pratishtatam. यम द्वारे महाघोरे अंधेन तमसाद्विते तत्लोकमर्थाय दीपोयम उपतिष्ठताम अध्य कश्यप गोत्रस्य मृतस्थाने शब नाम निमित्त दीपम मया दीयते तवो प्रतिष्ठिताम. Make 5 make 5 times. अध्य कश्यप गोत्रस्य मृतस्थाने शब नाम निमित्त दीपम मया दीयते तवो प्रतिष्ठिताम. अध्य कश्यप गोत्रस्य हमदे प्रीतस्य मृतस्थाने शब नाम निमित्त दीपम मया दीयते तवो प्रतिष्ठिताम. यम द्वारे महाघोरे अंधेन तमसाद्विते. Put your left hand on your right hand side. मृतस्थाने शब नाम निमित्त दीपम मया दीयते तवो प्रतिष्ठिताम. Good? Right, so just rest back. One more? Oh, them guys, one more, yes. यम द्वारे महाघोरे अंधेन तमसाद्विते तत्लोकमर्थाय दीपोयम उपतिष्ठताम. Very well. So now, take a pinda and just show him how to put it pinda, Bikash. You see right here, right is right. Shape it, and by touching it, not I'll tell you when to put it, okay? Let me say the prayer first. Sprinkle some water on it. ओम अध्य कश्यप गोत्रस्य हमदे प्रेतस्य मृतस्थाने शब नाम निमित्त ईशते पिंडु मया दीयते तवो प्रतिष्ठिताम. And that spot kind of flattened a bit so it wouldn't roll. Right? Beautiful. So I just want to invite the very immediate members of the family, the brother, sister, probably niece or nephew, to come and put a flower, right? Make an arti if you want, just the very immediate. The son, you can just probably step back a bit. While that is happening, those who know the bhajan Jai Krishna Hare, I want to hear your voices. I want to hear you sing it with me, praising the God, asking of the Divine Father to keep her at his side. Jai Krishna Hare, Sri Krishna Hare. दुखियों को दुख दूर करे. जय 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 कृष्ण हरे. जय कृष्ण हरे श्री कृष्ण हरे. दुखियों के दुख दूर करे. जय 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 कृष्ण हरे. जब चारों तरफ and hold two hands on both hands. अंधियारा हो आशा का दूर किनारा हो. जब चारों तरफ अंधियारा हो आशा का दूर किनारा हो. और कोई न खेवनहारा हो. और कोई न खेवनहारा हो. तब तू ही बेड़ा पार करे. जय 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 कृष्ण हरे. जय कृष्ण हरे. श्री कृष्ण हरे, दुखियों के दुख दूर करे, जय 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 कृष्ण हरे। तू चाहे तो सब कुछ कर दे, विष को भी अमृत कर दे। तू चाहे तो सब कुछ कर दे, विष को भी अमृत कर दे। पूर्ण कर दे सबकी आशा, पूर्ण कर दे सबकी आशा। जो भी तेरा ध्यान धरे, जो भी तेरा ध्यान धरे, जय 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 कृष्ण हरे, जय कृष्ण हरे। श्री कृष्ण हरे, दुखियों के दुख दूर करे, जय 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 कृष्ण हरे। ओ जय 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 कृष्ण हरे। राम नाम सत्य है। The word Satya means, you know what Satya means, anybody? Satya means the truth. So what we are seeing in front of us here is one of the truths of life. Of course, we had hoped that that truth didn't happen this way or in the way it had happened. We always wish and pray to God that only God Himself in a very natural moment in time would have organized that for us. But of course, He's still in charge. I want you all to know, beyond all of us, there is somebody outside there that is in charge. Probably you could have said, this is not the time yet. You could have said, maybe now is the time. He's still in charge. We can do as much as we can to preserve life, but when the Master speaks, we all just have to listen and follow. Jatasya hi dhruvo mrityu, dhruvam janma mritasya cha, tasmad pariharirthe natvam sho chitumarhasi. Our scriptures have said that whatever has been created in the world, whatever it is, the end of that must come. I want you all to know that. Some of us, we live our lives in such a way and we feel this will never happen to us. We live like that. I'm quite sure you meet people like that who feel that the end will never ever come. How will it come? We don't know. We can try as much as possible to lengthen the end. I always ask of God, when I pray, that Lord, give the people a little longer moment in their lives. Because sometimes in their earlier lives, they did not cater to remember and honor you, Lord. But sometimes as we get older in our lives, we begin to realize that there is something more to life than just house and land and work and family and all worldly things. Sometimes we begin to realize these things at a later stage in our lives. I say, God, can you give people a little extra time so at least they could make peace with you, Father? Come in one with you, Lord. Remember you, love you, if they have not done that earlier in their lives. Of course, our scriptures have said that the moment that you are born and you have recognized some of your identities upon this earth through your parents, it was the most appropriate moment to begin the journey towards your Maker. That's why I always wish, that children are born under good parentage. Good parents means that who have a sense of maturity to know that I should begin to engage my son, my daughter, my family on the pathway to godhood. Not when you come at a certain age, then I want to carry you to church or to some other place. Oh no. As a matter of fact, in the traditions of the Hindus, we always speaking about God while the child is in the womb of the mother. Engage the child early in educating the child about the nature of the divine. Because that seems to be the most important thing in our lives. How much we can engage ourselves at the feet of the divine. One of the easiest ways to do that, my dear friends, as you live your life, make everything as an offering to the God. Make everything in your life as an offering to God. The way you'll keep your home, the way you'll speak to your parents, the way you'll speak to your friends, the way you will learn things about life, the way you'll cook your food, the way you'll dress yourselves. Do it as if you are doing it for the God. With that practice, you could never ever go wrong. And you don't need to come old to know who or what the divine is. You don't need to come old. The practice, the attitude, of course, will take you naturally to the feet of the divine. One of the best gems of a human being is when they are leaving planet Earth at the moment of departure. They themselves, by themselves, will remember their Maker. No one will have to tell you, son, daughter, call the name of the divine. Think about the name of the divine. Say something about the name of the divine. Nobody have to remind you that. If you live like that from the moment that you are young. So the whole life of ours really should have been an honoring the divine in whatever we do. In other words, the world should become our church. Our life should be our church. Not only on a Sunday or some particular day of the month we want to go to church. The entire life of ours should be like the church. If that can happen, a lot of things can fall into place, and of course we can have a tremendous sense of peace and honor even upon this earthly plane. As I look around the world, every morning I look at the news and I wonder, why are people so greedy for power? Why? And you're going to leave it anyhow? You're going to leave it anyhow, whether you understand it, whether you don't understand it, you're going to leave it anyhow. Why can we be greedy for power to uplift another human being? Why can we be greedy for power to make good things happen upon the earth for everyone? Not just for yourself. Those who can do that, of course, you're also serving the Lord. Yes? Let us praise Him in this bhajan. Raghupati Raghava Raja Ram Patit Pavan Sita Ram Raghupati Raghava Raja Ram Patit Pavan Sita Ram Sita Ram Sita Ram Bhaju man pyare Sita Ram Sita Ram Sita Ram Bhaju man pyare Sita Ram Raghupati Raghava Raja Ram Patit Pavan Sita Ram Ram Nam Satya hai. Again, Satya means the truth. As you live your life, always search for that which is the truth all the time. Thank you. So at this point in time, I'd like to invite the person who will probably say a few things. The eulogy. Anybody will do it? Wayne, you have anybody? Yeah, Joanne. So there's a microphone, I think, here. Joanne, you can come, Amy. So while that is happening, we just have one or two rituals still to be completed, and then we'll almost come to the end of this program. But before we do so, while probably waiting on Joanne to organize herself, let us give the other pindas. Just have a few pindas just to give up. Om Spinkusam, what are the things? Surachak Suragachidu Vatam Atmadam Cha Pritipa Dharma Apogachi Athaushadhishu Panchatatva Shantim Upatishtitam. Right? Good. Just touch it on the box and put it close to the first one you put on. Put it close to the first one you put on there. Yeah. Bring it up across on the side. Yeah. Take the second. Adhya Kashyap Gotra se Hamdaye Preta se Dwarash Pantanam Eshate Pindu Mayadiyate Tavu Pratishtatam. Right? Give him a next one there, boy. Adhya Kashyap Gotra se Hamdaye Preta se Chatvari Kichanam Namit Eshate Pindu Mayadiyate Tavu Pratishtatam. Put it close to the next one you have got there. And we go again to the third one. Adhya Kashyap Gotra se Hamdaye Preta se Vishram Bhutanam Nimit Ishate Pindu Mayadiyate Tavu Pratishtatam. At this point, just make a little arti there on the thing. So just make an arti over the whole coffin. Yamdari Mahagori and Dhyanatam Sarvide Surachakshur Gachitu Vatam Atmadhyam Cha Gacha Pridvicha Dharma Apuva Gachi Tatrao Hitam Aushadishu Patisha Shadide Panchatatva Shantim Upatishtatam. Now, that's the final one, Vikash? Yes. So make the final offering of the pindas there. Om Adhya Kashyap Gotrasya Hamdaye Pretasya Shavak Hastak Sarak Nanamit Ishati Pindumaya Diyate Tau Pratishtatam. Right. Place it right there on the coffin. You good? Okay, thank you. So just you can probably step back some. So I hand you over now to Joanne. Give a few minutes.
Morning, Sitaram, everybody. Joy, my sister, was born on the 10th of September 1966. The fourth of 5 siblings born to Cassie and Mohani, all who knew them as Beta and Dolly. We were all born at 33 Ganapa Street, Tarima, no hospital. My sister died on the 31st of January 2022 at the same address, same house, same room. Doesn't that say something? My sister was an angel. She was so special, really special. To all who knew Joy, she was a gem. She had a lot of friends, and they all knew how genuine and God-sent she was. She was so innocent and happy. A smiling face is what you will see whenever you see Joy. Everyone knew Joy disability, but that did not keep her back. She was Mommy and Daddy's spoiled child. They all took extra care of her. To us, she was normal. After Mom and Dad went to heaven, Joy remained home and lived with Wayne and Doyo and his family. I would like to thank Doyo for taking care of Joy when we were not there. Joy was always happy whenever we go there, whenever we talk to her. After Dad went to heaven, Joy was the one that kept the dear lighting in the prayer room. She was also very spiritual. Joy could not talk, but she knew how to pray. She was very dedicated and did her prayers every day. Joy loved good food, nice clothes, everything nice. We all knew that. And thanks to my nephew Govin, he was always there for her, always looking for the latest chutney. And they used to watch cartoons, movies. Snacks, popcorn was their thing. Joy liked to dance. She liked to party. Joy, I know you are at peace. I know you are with mom and dad now. I know you are happy because you are with mommy and daddy. Fly with the angels, Joy. We all love you so much. Thanks.
Thank you, Joanne, for wonderful life of Joy you explained to us. She was really a joy. She really lived up to her name. Probably she couldn't give us in a very direct language with voice in that sense, but she knew everything. I feel that she was much more understanding, much more educated than mostly all of us here. She knew how to operate with life. God bless that soul. So at this point in time, we would like to stand and take up flowers, boys. So boys, come back to your position there. Just rest these stuff on the glass as Vikash will direct you. So we are trying to get as close as we can to the original way that we operate with a body, right? Of course, we are in very challenging times, and not everything can be done in the way we would like it to happen. While that is happening, I do hope the rest of you take note of your own self, you take care of yourself. You're listening over and over again to the protocols of the health of this country and the world. I hope you take care of yourself. Live for the sake of the Lord. Connect for the sake of the Lord. Don't wait for something to happen to you and the thought is only to think about your physical self. Take up flowers in hand, gentlemen. I just want to close with a bhajan, just a line or so. As we close, my dear friends, I want to ask of you, if in any way Joy had done anything to you, and you feel hurt about it, one way or the other, I want you to forgive her. Let her go in peace. Forgive and forget. Of course, if any one of you have done anything to her, I ask her, through God, to also forgive you too. Let's do it on both sides of the coin. O Divine Father, you are alone our mother, our father, our helper, our master. You are always in every, O Lord, the giver of happiness, destroyer of pains and vices, O Father. Sometimes we forget you, O Lord, but we know that you have not forgotten us in any way. There is no end to your kindness, O Father. Thank you for your love. Thank you, Lord. Pituma tu saha yak swami sakha tumhi ekhanan तह हमारे हो जिनके कछु और आधार नहीं तिनके तुम ही रखवारे हो पितुमा तु सहा यक स्वामी सखा तुम ही एकनान हमारे हो अनादिनी धनुदेव शंख चक्र गदाधर अक्षय पुंडरीकाक्ष प्रेत मोक्ष प्रदुभव ओम कृष्ण कृष्ण कृपालु त्वं गतिनां गतिर्भव संसार मग्नानां Prasidha Purushottama. Om Tat Sat Preta Atma Shanti. Om Tat Sat Preta Atma Shanti. Tat Sat Preta Atma Shanti. Shanti Deva. Shanti Shama. Shanti Dedi Shubh Shanti Kalyan Bhavatu. Ram Nam Satya Hai. Put the flowers on the coffin. Now, for those who have not viewed the body, I've given you 30 seconds. You just walk in one direction, look and move on. Right? So you can come. For those who like to view, if you wish to, just come quickly, because we are going to begin to take out back some of the flowers at this point in time. So come in one direction, enter and exit. Just walk past. Okay. You guys have the house full? You guys gonna get it? Okay. So you'll need a bag to take off those flowers. And the So boys, you got back the flowers from there. Put it in. Just the flowers only. All flowers, yes. You know, normally burn flowers. Yeah, leave the pinders. Leave the pinders on. Yeah, it doesn't matter. Yeah, yes. Yeah, leave those things on top. You'll have to use that. Okay. Are you ready to take first? No, she wants it. No? No, she wants it. That car is like inside or outside? Is it like? It's a way like it at the entrance. Yeah. Okay. Alright, so I'm ready. So you still have a minute as the guy just organized the havan. As you know, one of the purest forms of disposal of anything is through the medium of the fire. For us as Hindus, we invoke special prayer for that fire. It's not just an ordinary fire that we ask of this fire, this energy, this is a part of the divine maker, to consume these physical elements of the body. But that which is inside the body, as you know, fire cannot touch that. Weapon cannot touch that. Water cannot touch that. Wind cannot touch that. That's the only thing continues to remain alive. And that's why we Hindus, even after the disposal of the body, we continue to perform such rites to help the individual in its next dimension. Thank you. Still sorting out a few things. Like I was saying, I don't know you ever see it. I hope you can investigate it yourselves. This life force that emerges from the body at the moment of death, you can see it There's a special type of photography that can take it off. Probably the gentleman, I'll probably talk to him and he will know what I'm speaking about. That can see this thing emerging from the body. So we are really made out of two parts. One is called the physical part, as the flesh and blood as we call it, and one is a very divine part. That divine part is what we have no control over. All what a person committed in their lives doesn't go with the body. It goes with the divine part. So as I always say, be careful what you say, be careful what you do in your lives. It forms the next criteria for your development, in the next dimension, in the next world. So I think we are ready. Yes?
Just 1 minute. Right?
1 minute. Okay. I'm glad that you've given us a minute. Can't say I keep you back. So, because of those things happening, my dear friends, we have special rites 10 days afterwards as Hindu people, and the 12 or the 13 days after that, between 12 and the 13 days after the disposal of the body, we also have another rite that we do for the person. And we take that rite roughly month to month until 1 year. Because after 1 year we can trace its movement. After that, we really do not know what happens. So Hindus do whatever they can to help their loved one even in their next dimension. What a most worthy honor for a person. Even after their death, we can still remember them, and remember them dramatically in their lives. I tell you, praises to God is really something else that can assist and bring the soul or the Atma in oneness with Him. So as we go inside, close to the oven there, not every one of us probably can get inside of that except the boys who are doing the actual rites. They are probably the closest they can then get. And I don't know if the people here they allow you to see from where you are what is happening. Of course, it's nothing new to you. Not the first time you have seen someone being cremated. But you know, your loved one is very different. It's always a first when is your loved one really. Yes? For the boys who are performing the rites, you have to stay connected. Connected means committed to do this rite until the final moment, which is the 11th month, which is almost close to an entire year, right? But I'll tell you exactly what you need to do. And joy deserves your support. Joy deserves your support. Thank you. I think we are ready. So you'll
कोई नाले जय है धन बाल के घटरिया, कोई नाल जय है धन बाल के घटरिया, धन बांध के घटरिया, धन बांध के घटरिया, धन बांध के घटरिया, धन बांध के घटरिया रे कोई नाल चाहिए धन बांध के घटरिया। जब यमराज पलंग पर बैठे, जब यमराज पलंग पर बैठे, उलट गए दोनों नैन पतरिया, उलट गए दोनों नैन पतरिया रे कोई नाल दे धन बांध के घटरिया। मारही सूता प्राण निकाले, मारही सूता प्राण निकाले, प्राण लोकाई खोतरिया खोतरिया, प्राण लोकाई खोतरिया खोतरिया रे कोई नाले गए धन बांध के घटरिया, कोई नाले गए धन बांध के घटरिया, कोई नाले गए धन बांध के घटरिया। चार प्रहर मिली काट उठावे, चार प्रहर मिली काट उठावे, फूक दिया जैसे बन के लकड़िया, फूक दिया जैसे बन के लकड़िया रे कोई नाल जय धन बांध के घटरिया, कोई नाले जय धन बांध के घटरिया, कोई नाले जय धन। कहत कबीर सुनो भाई साधु, कहत कबीर, कहत कबीर सुनो भाई साधु,